Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and judging by the title, this is about the Nintendo 2DS. Some of you have sent me messages, tweets, Facebook messages, Twitch messages, even mentioned in the Twitch chat. And what can I say? The Nintendo 2DS. So let me set up the scenario, okay? So I'm sitting there and, you know, I'm looking up the new Legend of Zelda, okay? There's like box art for it, the 3DS Legend of Zelda, and as I'm reading, okay, I look through my inbox, and people are mentioning a Nintendo 2DS, so I'm just like, okay, a Nintendo 2DS. And that's not where I got the info, even though that had links and everything. I was looking through the comments on this Kotaku article, and I come across a bunch of people talking about Nintendo 2DS. Okay, and in my mind, I think I'm being mass trolled. So I hit up the Googles, and I type in Nintendo 2DS. Okay, I do that, and it fucking exists, okay? The Nintendo 2DS, available October 12th. A new way to play, unbelievably fun, seriously affordable. When I first saw this, I was just like, are you fucking real? Alright, because what this essentially is it's like a depressed iPad type thing. It's a Nintendo 3DS without the hinge or the clamshell design, and it does not have stereoscopic 3D. Which, if you knew, was a big gimmick of the 3DS, why it has the name 3DS. So now this has essentially become a 3DS without the 3D. Which, first impression-wise, kind of pisses me off, because now we just know 3D is essentially a gimmick. But let me give you the whole thing here, okay? Now, apparently this is for the kids, okay? And, you know, it's good, because let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you the brass tacks of the situation. 95% of the people who play a Nintendo 3DS do not use the fucking 3D, okay? Now, people do, and I use the 3D as well. Let me tell you how. Say I'm playing a game. I was playing Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon. Great game, by the way. 3D, I only flipped it up like a couple times to see what it would look like in 3D, and I turned it back down. I've never really played a game extensively using the 3D. Why? Because A, you gotta be in a sweet spot to use it. B, the 3D, frankly, isn't that great per game, alright? Like, there's some games where the 3D is acceptable, there's some games where the 3D is like, is this actually 3D, or what the fuck? C, it fucking strains my eyes, so I do not use it, alright? If I wanted to play the Virtual Boy, I will go and play the Virtual Boy. I will not play the Nintendo 3DS. Now, let me tell you, okay, initially I was a little soured by this, okay, that they took out the 3D, okay, now we know 3D is a gimmick. The design was never, it has not sat with me, alright, but I'll get into that later, alright. Nintendo 2DS, I don't know, you know, when I first saw it, I was just like, no way, okay, it was like you were in the Twilight Zone. Now that I'm calm, and I wanted to wait to make this video, okay, because I wanted to look at it before I answered, you know, people were like, oh, you know, tell us about the 2DS or whatever. Now, here's what I think. Price-wise, this thing kicks so much ass. Let me tell you why. It costs $130, alright? Now, on a side note, okay, I have a PS Vita and the screen cracked, and, you know, shit happens, alright? You know, it messed up, I was playing at night, and I laid on it, and boom. But, pretty much $130 is what they're asking me to front them to fix my Vita, and it's pretty sweet that a Nintendo 3DS, pretty much their new next-gen system now, it's an entry-level system, it's another 3D, is $130. So that's pretty goddamn cool right there, okay? It's an affordable system. And the cool thing about it, though, is it's worth that price. Even for two games that are coming out, Legend of Zelda, the new one, and Pokemon X and Y, as well as the plethora of amazing Nintendo 3DS titles out there. It's actually a really awesome thing, okay? Price-wise, this thing kicks so much ass. Whether you're getting it for a kid or you're getting it for yourself to play some of these 3DS games, which I'm gonna say again, it's pretty freaking sweet. It is a good deal. What I don't like about it, number one, is it doesn't have the Circle Pad Pro. Now, believe it or not, there are games on the... Not every game on the 3DS needs Circle Pad Pro. I don't think any game requires it, but there are certain games that you kind of need it to actually enjoy the game. Trust me, there are games like that where you need the Circle Pad Pro. And it doesn't look like they're gonna make a separate attachment for this either. It doesn't look like it sure as shit doesn't look like it's gonna support that 3DS Circle Pad Pro, which kind of pisses me off because it's like, you know, if you're not gonna make an attachment, at least bundle it in with the system. But again, that's totally up to Nintendo. Whatever, it's up to them, their system, whatever they feel is necessary. One thing that never sat with me, really, is the design, okay? I look at it and it feels like they just took a step back from the whole DS. Alright, like, what the fuck is it? It is like a depressed iPad or something. Now, look. This is made for the kids, right? Now, again, the screens are at a risk, unlike the DS Lite and DS and 3DS. It doesn't have that clamshell design, so the screens have a risk of breaking. Now, one thing that's really cool, though, is if you look at it, alright, now let me tell you a story here. My brother actually had a Nintendo DS Lite. Took care of his systems, but the problem is, every time you opened the hinge over and over and over again, over time the hinge would pretty much loosen up to the point where it was like, it was floppy. After that, what happened was the cable that connects the data, like the video data stream from the top screen to the rest of the system, messed up too. So, I mean, you could fix that up by opening the system, but you understand, you know, over time, through wear and tear, the fucking system has a chance of messing up. There's no risk of that here. It's just a slab, alright? So, as far as kids go, it's fine. And, you know, being Nintendo, I know they're going to make the system durable and sturdy. You know, Nintendo knows Nintendo's already said, the fucking kids are going to get the system, so they're going to design this for kids. They've got it covered down. So, in that regard, you know, it's great. The design, I still can't sit with it. It pretty much kills all portability, you know what I mean? Like, the 3DS for me was amazing because I could carry it around. This doesn't look like you can carry it around. I don't know if they're going to release, like, a lunchbox attachment for this. Like, they're going to have, like, a lunchbox accessory kit. You can put your 3DS in there with, like, 2 games, whatever. But, yeah, that's great. Now, it has the built-in storage, whatever. 3DS had that, too. Comes with the expandable storage, and it's nice. They're giving you all that for $130. So, price-wise, if you're looking to get a 3DS, pick up a 2DS, alright? Trust me, pick it up. Because with the 3D, let me tell you something right now. I've had a 3DS since launch. I was like an ambassador for the system. I picked it up when it first came out, okay? First week, I was out there buying a 3DS. I have not used the fucking 3D for shit. Alright, I played through Mario 3D Land without 3D, okay, entirely. Alright, the game that fucking has 3D on the box, I've never looked at the 3D. Ocarina of Time 3D, yeah, I put up 3D here and there. I didn't use it the whole way through. No one fucking did. Alright, Kid Icarus Uprising, not many people did. Maybe you like 3D, maybe if 3D is important for you, and trust me, there are some games on the 3DS where the 3D looks absolutely phenomenal. You can pick up a 3DS, but for a majority of gamers who are there to simply game on their 3DS or 2DS or whatever it is now, there's your answer. And the one thing I didn't really mention is the fact that if kids are going to get this, the naming seems so weird, 2DS. It feels like Nintendo's taking a whole step back. Like, if I was a parent and I was buying this for my kid and I didn't know jack shit about video games, I'd walk in the store and be like, oh, can I have the Nintendo 3DS? And if they showed me a 2DS, initially in my mind I'd probably be like, oh, it's a weaker 3DS. It's probably the old 3DS, hence the number, okay? That's what most people think. It's not because they're stupid, it's because they're just ignorant to it, okay? They don't look up the stuff on Kotaku like most of us do, or any other gaming website for that matter. No one really does. And plus the fact is, when you're buying games, I don't think they're going to change the whole, like, if you look at a DS or a 3DS game, on the left-hand side, they actually have, like, the platform it's going to be on, like Nintendo 3DS or Nintendo DS. I don't think they're going to put 2DS on there, which kind of brings more, you know, misinformation out there. I mean, like, if you're going to buy a 3DS for your kid and you're going to look at the games that the kid wants, and it's not going to have 2DS on it, you might not get the 2DS. So, I don't know, maybe they could fix up the naming, maybe they could, you know, change stuff here and there, but so far, this isn't a bad idea, okay? This really isn't a bad idea. I've seen the whole, like, video they turned off the ratings for it, because it was just like, oh man, how could you do this, Nintendo? But, you know, once you let the dust settle and you think about it for a bit, it's not a bad idea. Alright, $130, damn affordable to play some fucking 3DS games. And for those people who are on the fence about it, they can go pick one up. It's cheaper now, and the library is getting bigger and bigger day by day. I think this is one of my favorite handhelds so far, so go pick it up. But that's really what I thought about the whole 2DS. He sent me some messages, I responded to it. Nice little informative video here, but yeah. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.